Okay. So, we're reading The Help, and I'm about, 12 chapters in, just finished with 12.
I just finished 10. I had a busy break. I'm sorry I'm behind. I know I am. I know I'm behind. All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
So we have notes up behind there. So if we're looking there, it's because we have our questions rather than cheating. How would we cheat?
Yeah. So what do you think, the importance of, the bathroom, that they had, the bathroom being built in chapter 1 just because, chapter 1 or 2, I don't really know. Yeah, one of the two. And, because because the one lady decided that they should get another bathroom, why do you think, what's the importance in that?
I think that it's really important that they're, segregating them rather than, where at this point, isn't this the point where it's, separated but not equal anymore, where it's, where it isn't, straight up slaves or racism, it's we have segregated schools, but we still, are okay with black people when they aren't.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, separate but equal, but it really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because they think that, black people have different diseases than white people that are from animals, which is just more basically propaganda from when they were selling slaves.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's just this is just an opinion at this point in time, or is there a deeper meaning to it?
Like you said, I think there is a deeper meaning to it, just for the fact that they're we're not straight up hey, we own you kind of thing, but they're not
we don't pay you much.
We don't really know what's the deal with you people, so we're just not going to pay you as much, and you have to live other places kind of thing.
Yeah. Where I feel it also really does show the opinion at this point in time, and I feel this
how
is
they their thought process at this time, at this point in time.
What is the reason that Miss Walters said that Minnie stole? Where that's just something I was curious about.
I don't really know what exactly the reason is. I just thought it was stupid that she said she stole something from. She said that Minnie stole something when she didn't really steal anything.
Also, chronologically, did she say that she stole before or after the pie incident?
It was before the pie incident.
That's what I thought.
Because of that.
She said she gave the pie.
Yeah, she gave the pie because of Yeah,
that's what I thought, and then I was I don't want to get my lines crossed and be confused.
Why would she say something like that when it has the capability of making this woman never get work again?
Well, I think that it's more that she was probably raised where, if you're doing the math on this, this woman, I imagine her to be 50 to 60.
Yeah, around.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Or that's just me being very incorrect. Yeah, so it's I feel this is just a 6-year-old woman who was raised at a point where slaves were okay. / I could be very wrong. I'm bad at history.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that seems kind of right, I guess.
feel that timing works out, or it was back when it was before they were even separated.
It was kind of just ending, slavery was just ending, where it was just
where it was her growing up and seeing that colored people are slaves, they're lesser,
they were still technically lesser, but slavery was kind of over.
Yeah, where I feel that's why she's oh, Minnie backtalked me, so all right, we're gonna switch to Celia, and now that Minnie has the job. Why does she need her husband to think she's so competent on her own when she isn't? Where I feel there's probably underlying of he could be kind of abusive.
Yeah, I feel that's partly underlying that he's kind of abusive, and didn't he leave someone? I forget the name of who it was, but he did leave someone. He was with someone else, but then he left them, and now I feel she wants him to feel she's competent because she's living in a richer house,
Yeah,
or like
where
richer neighborhood.
She talked about, like, Minnie
Yeah,
talked about
and
how
she-
humongous the house was.
Yeah, and she wasn't raised in a way where they had like even like the gas ovens or anything, so she doesn't really know how to cook because she never learned,
like,
because they were too poor to learn. Now she's like, what now? And
Yeah.
like she's like doesn't want to say that she doesn't know how to cook or anything, because then maybe her husband will leave her or something. It was after the time where
Yeah.
the husband is like the main, like the breadwinner, and I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like that's where you might have been going with. They were like this is after like the time, so it was
Oh,
like
she was
more
writing
time to
it?
talk about it.
Yeah.
So it was like they were like it was actually more talked about that happened.
Yeah, at that point, and like it wasn't. I think it is a time, like a reflection of the time period a lot, just because like
yeah, that's just kind of how it was.
where it was like you're a woman getting a job only allowed if you don't have children. Children are your job.
Yeah. Why do you think like the husbands are like rarely ever in the scenes?
I think that this book is really meant to like empower women more than like men. Yeah, I just feel like it's meant more to like empower the women and show what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, rather than being like, look at this white male and him being successful and having a wife and kids. Wow, American dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, you know something I'm really angry about still from like chapter like 1 or 2? The part where it's like Mrs. Leafold, I always feel like, oh yeah, with the diaper, her leaving a diaper on her child for over 12 hours.
Yeah, and then when she like didn't, like, she doesn't want to like teach her like kid, she doesn't want to teach Mae Mobley how to like use a toilet, and then she's
Yeah.
like, what the hell, like, why doesn't this kid know how to use a toilet? And then obviously Evelyn can't teach the kid because like she can't use that
she's not
bathroom.
allowed to.
She's not allowed to use that bathroom to teach her, so it's like
And I think it was just like it's more frowned upon to like go to the like even if you're in close, sit on a toilet in front of a child when it's not your child.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But then also just like she refuses. Like why would the mother refuse to
Teach your kid.
like exemplify
Yeah.
being like, oh, by the way, like,
And then-
honey, this is how you sit on a toilet. Like I understand that's hard to understand, like sitting and like going to the bathroom on this weird chair, but
And also I thought it was like weird. I think it's like weird how like the mom doesn't really understand like when she's like, oh, I didn't know you're supposed to do that, and then she gets like frustrated when she doesn't understand something about
Yeah.
kids, when she never takes care of her child. Like,
yeah. And then also
What?
like I feel like she like doesn't account for the fact that Abilene has raised like she said as being like 17 kids. Like
yeah,
that's a lot of work and you learn a lot on the way. Like this
Yeah.
is also like the wife's first like kid, but also like you have to put an effort towards learning rather than being like
I don't know.
somebody else's kid, but I want all the benefits of having this child.
Yeah, like when they get older, like
Yeah.
I want all the benefits of this child when she never raised the child.
Do we want to talk about like analysis points, or I mean I feel like we didn't go far enough where like right now like for like chapter 7 is like something that I actually like kind of I liked that chapter a lot.
Yeah, same.
Where it was like a Mae Mobley, like that was the toilet chapter
Yeah,
that we
that's
were just
toilet
talking
chapter.
about.
Yeah.
Where it was just like Mae Mobley is so confused, being like, I don't know how to use this weird chair.
Yeah, like
Will somebody please show me?
why y'all go on this weird chair and like I gotta wear diapers? What's going on?
And now you're like trying to get me to use this chair instead of my diapers? What are you?
Do you think like the pie represents anything, like the pie that Minnie made?
Yeah, I feel like it's just like a representation of her. We also, what's in the pie? We both know just from other people spoiling it.
Well, I already, yeah.
Your mother talked to you while she was reading the book.
Yeah.
so.
So,
I just asked my sister, I was like, what was in the pie?
yeah. So like, there's definitely like it has a deeper meaning, but like, I'm not really sure what it is.
Yeah, I
at
feel
this
like it's
point
gonna
in
be
time.
later.
I feel like we're gonna find out what it is later, but I feel like it's just like to show like her resentment for like
Yeah. Like her.
Yeah, for like Miss
The-
Walters like
not
didn't
white
really
people specifically,
but like
kinda.
but like not really.
Yeah.
Like I guess
It's hard to explain. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the candelabra. Alright, so like obviously World War II, right?
Yeah, and obviously the Crusades, like
Literally. Okay, we don't need to talk about this
anymore. Okay,
we got it.
okay.
The prayer book. What does this
like
I was said
I
analyze
believe
this.
she brings it up a lot, and I feel like it's really important to her as like to kind of like keep herself like
Yeah, ground.
centered.
Not
Like, it's
I
ground-
wasn't gonna say grounded because like it's also like anything in that prayer book like comes true and like it's her whispering in God's ear versus
Yeah.
like how people are like on a party line versus like being right on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Do you have any clarifications that you need? We already talked about like the pie. That was like my main thing.
I don't really think so.
All right, all good. I think that was
Yeah,
a
I think
good
that was
discussion.
I think that was a good discussion. Like, pardon some of our like side tracks if we accidentally don't edit some of those out, but like we're not very formal people, so this wasn't a super formal discussion. But like, you know,
We're trying
we
our
tried
best.
we tried our best. Okay, like this is as formal as it's gonna get.
We're very just like
Yeah.
ADHD. So,
Okay.
when was this book written? We're gonna look it up now. I almost fell. 2009. Okay, yeah. So this was way after the point in time.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I forget what I was gonna go off of that, but let's.
Well, I feel
I got ADHD. Hi. I almost called her trefoil.
trefoil. Yes,
Trefoil.
like the Girl Scout cookie.
Bye.
See y'all later. Bye.